Hi y'all, I'm Melissa and welcome to my channel, Oh My Word Melly. In today's video, I'm going to talk about 5 books that everyone else loves, but I still have not read them. So, if y'all haven't guessed by now, I am a major bibliophile. I have a really serious addiction to buying books. So much of books, more than I even can read, we'll say in a year. This addiction has really led me to have like a huge TBR pile of books which I still have not read. And for this video, just picking 5 out of all those books was such a challenge, but a challenge I definitely enjoyed. So without further ado, let's find out what these 5 books are. Starting off will be The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. This book has a 4-star rating on Goodreads and is a book that is highly spoken of or recommended in the community. So the storyline of this book follows a circus that appears out of the blue without any pre-warning or any schedule and is only open at night. But this circus is a forefront for a duel between 2 young magicians where only one can be left standing. This book also follows these 2 magicians who end up falling in love with each other despite the fierce nature of this competition. This book is filled with romance, enemies to lovers tropes, and an adventure. What's not to love, right? I got this book only a few months ago and I can't wait to get reading, and I'm praying that this will be one of my book jar selections soon. So the next is the Shadow and Bone trilogy by Leigh Bardugo. So don't judge me, I still have not even read the Six of Crows duology by her. I don't even own the books. Anywho, I got these books recently, like under a month or so. I did not do a book haul because I just bought them when I walked into a bookshop, and just these 3, there's no point having a book haul, I thought. I really can't wait to get reading this because I want to find out why everyone else loves Leigh Bardugo's writing, and I want to discover the Grishavers for myself. So the storyline follows an orphan in a land that is surrounded by enemies and monsters that feast on human flesh, and she develops a power she did not even know that she had, which might help her in uniting her world. Interesting, right? Yeah, but that's all I know about this series. But I do know that this series is being turned into a Netflix series and will be released in April this year, and I hope I get around reading them before it airs. So this book is not something you usually see on similar videos, but it's definitely a popular book and I thought it's worth mentioning, and that's The Kite Runner by Khaled Hosseini. So this book was recommended to me by one of my former lecturers, and I really can't believe that I had no idea about this story or about this book until then. So this book too has a movie adaptation with the same name, The Kite Runner. And the story follows this unlikely friendship between a wealthy boy and a son of his father's servant in Afghanistan while it is under attack by or is being invaded by the Russian communists and is also finally ruled by the Taliban. So this book wasn't initially on my to be read list or TBR list for this year, but I added it newly because I really want to read this and I'm intrigued by the plot. The Book Thief by Marcus Zuzer. This follows a girl who accidentally comes across a grave digger's handbook and reads it and falls in love with reading, and then begins to steal books because she loves to read. It's renowned, it's famous, it's highly recommended by our bookish community. It even has a movie adaptation. And here I am, who has neither read the book or watched the movie. And I don't even plan on watching the movie until I have read this. And the best for last. This final selection really got me torn between two authors actually. Two authors that I have not read any books before. Yes, like the books I mentioned before, so I have not read any other books by those authors either, but these two are like really two popular books which I believed to be on the same level. So that was A Coat of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas and The Lunar Chronicles by Marissa Meyer. But based on the many recommendations on Booktube and each storyline, there was no doubt that I had to pick The Lunar Chronicles by Marissa Meyer. The Lunar Chronicles is a retelling of our childhood fairy tales like Cinderella, Red Riding Hood, Rapunzel, Snow White, in a futuristic world where humans, androids and cyborgs coexist. And that really got me caught up in the plot. Like, I'm excited to get reading this. I have had these books for almost a year now, but then I kept, like I said, buying more books, and then I wanted to read other books that I bought, and I actually never got around to reading this because I kept on reading more newer books which I bought last year. But hopefully this year, fingers crossed, I hope I'll be able to read this at least this year. Just pray that my book jar picks this for me, like please, because I really want to read these. Like, I want to read everything I just talked about. So those are my top 5 picks for popular books that everyone else loves but I still have not read. I hope you enjoyed this video and you love the books that I have mentioned. Please do let me know your thoughts in the comments down below if you have read these books, and if you think there are books that I should have mentioned in this video or books that I should read. Please do let me know your recommendations as well in the comments down below. Please feel free to connect with me on Instagram or Goodreads. As always, my handles can be found in the description box down below. So please do hit me up. We can have a chat and connect with each other. And with that, this is me signing off for this week. Until I see you in my next video, stay safe and bye from Oh My Word Melly.